Hey beautiful people, Ryan Hamer here. Thank you for taking time to watch this video. So today in this video, we are going to be talking about collection commandment number 7. What you should be doing is contacting the original creditor first. And the reason why you want to do that is, say you don't see the debt on your credit bureau report. You want to make sure that the debt is actually yours, as I always say. You also want to make sure that the person or entity that is contacting you is not a nefarious third party that may have come across your information through nefarious means and you're not a victim of identity theft. Last thing you want to do is end up paying a third party collections who is not really a third party collections. It happens where people end up spending money, sending a whole bunch of money to a company that doesn't provide them any documentation, never sent them a collection letter. Maybe it was a bogus email. Maybe it was just a person sitting on their laptop in their house. You know, it could be one of those email scams or what have you. So last thing you want to do is send money to somebody and you haven't even verified the debt to begin with, or you haven't even vetted the company to see if it's a legitimate entity who is claiming to have your information and take hold of this debt. You want to make sure that you contact the original creditor, because if the alleged debt is yours and it is with the original creditor and they're willing to be flexible and they're willing to allow you to pay them directly, then that is better for you. Because maybe you can still have a relationship with the original creditor. Maybe you're still able to salvage the account. Maybe you're still able to continue moving forward with the relationship, as I said, with the original creditor. But you wouldn't know that if you dealt with third-party collections. You don't know whether the third-party collections is actually internal to the original creditor, and the only way to find that out is to contact the original creditor. Sometimes it can be really confusing and a little scary because you don't know exactly what to say and whatnot, but really you're just contacting the original creditor and saying, my name is Mr. or Mrs. Smith. I'm calling with regards to this account that I allegedly had with you, or maybe I still have it with you. I don't know what the deal is, but I'm seeing that I have something on my credit bureau report from you guys and it's relating to you guys, or I've heard from this other company and they're stating that the debt was with you, and I'm wondering what happened and how this could have changed hands or what have you. You know, of course you feign ignorance and because you legitimately don't know what happened. So you want to find out what happened. So that's why you contact the original creditor. Typically when you do this, the original creditor may or may not be helpful. They may not be forthcoming. They might not provide you any information. Your original account may have been purged from their system. They might also say to you, yeah, we don't have any more dealings with you. It's been written off and it's been sold to a third-party collections, or it is now with a third-party collections, and they will provide you with an account number or maybe just tell you to contact Acme Collections or what have you. But at least you made the attempt. At least you made the attempt to contact the original creditor to sort of solidify communication and see whether there was an actual debt, whether you can actually work with them and bypass the third-party collections. A lot of times you're not really able to do that, especially if they've written off the debt and they've sold the contract to another entity, or if they have a certain kind of relationship with that entity in which they're collecting on their behalf, and so they can't really touch it because they've outsourced it or obligated that company to get after you to collect the funds for whatever the debt is. Okay, so then it also allows you, when you contact the original creditor, it also allows you to find out whether they are in ownership of the debt still, what their relationship to the debt is, and whether they're still calling the shots with regards to the debt, should you contact the third-party collections after the fact. Why that's interesting and why that's important is because sometimes when you contact a third-party collections, they'll say something like, well, we can't make that. We've been retained by the original creditor, and we are not able to make a settlement. We're not able to make a settlement agreement with you. We're not able to do this. We're not able to do that. But that might not necessarily be the case if you found out from your initial call to the original creditor that they no longer have possession of the debt or anything to do with the debt anymore. So then you know that the collections company is lying if they say that they have to contact the original creditor. That's not the case at all. So that's something to keep in mind, right? And so you're actually arming yourself with information, and it's a sort of a backup card in your back pocket that that you have when you're negotiating or communicating with the collections agent, right? Yeah, I mean, you can come out and say it, but you don't really want to do that because you don't want them to know how smart you are. Not exactly, right? You can feign ignorance. You can say, well, I contacted Acme Company Inc., and they said that they don't know anything about this debt because they don't have anything to do with it anymore, and they gave me your number actually. So it's my understanding they've washed their hands of it. So if you own it, there's got to be something that you can do with regards to being agreeable to a payment. And then, you kind of communicate that way. But as I said, this video is going to be short, and I hope you've gotten some value out of it. I just wanted to explain to you why it's important to contact the original creditor first before you do anything with respect to calling the collections company that may have this alleged debt that they claim that you owe. All right. Hopefully you've gotten some value from this. If you could like, share, comment, and feel free to tell me what you got from this video. If you have any questions or anything of the sort, I'd be more than happy to answer. Thanks for taking time to watch this video. My name is Ryan, and have a good one. Until next time.